You've been lied to your entire life. They told you you're lazy, that you procrastinate because you're weak, undisciplined, unmotivated. But what if I told you it's not laziness at all? What if I told you the reason you can't start, the reason you always delay, the reason you drown in guilt every time you avoid your work is something far darker, something hidden deep in your mind? The truth is, procrastination isn't weakness, it's protection. And once you see the real reason behind it, you'll never call yourself lazy again. You've been told your whole life that procrastination is a flaw, that it proves you don't care enough, that if you really wanted it, you would have done it already. But look closer. If procrastination was really about not caring, why does it hurt so much? Why do you lie awake at night, hating yourself for wasting time? Why do you feel guilt like a heavy weight pressing down on your chest? Laziness doesn't bring guilt. Indifference doesn't bring shame. Procrastination does, because it's not laziness, it's fear. From the moment you were young, your mind started collecting lessons. Maybe you were told you'll never succeed. Maybe when you tried your best, someone laughed at you. Maybe every time you showed effort, the result was disappointment. Your brain remembered. It wrote a rule: effort equals pain. So now every time you face a task, your mind whispers, don't start, don't try, don't risk that pain again. On the surface, it looks like procrastination, but deep down, it's self-protection. Your brain isn't sabotaging you, it's shielding you. It's a guard standing at the gate, holding you back, saying it's safer not to try. Think about it. The student who waits until the night before the exam to study isn't lazy. They're terrified. If they fail after preparing, it proves their worst fear, that they're not enough. The worker who avoids big projects isn't lazy. They're drained, afraid that no matter how hard they work, no one will notice. The person who avoids important conversations isn't lazy. They're protecting themselves from rejection, from being seen too clearly. Every act of procrastination is a mask, a disguise. It hides the deeper truth, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being good enough. But here's the paradox. The shield that once protected you now imprisons you. By avoiding effort, you avoid failure, but you also avoid success. By delaying action, you delay pain, but you also delay growth. The guard at the gate doesn't realize it's not protecting a child anymore, it's imprisoning an adult. And the cost of this protection? Your dreams, your potential, your future. Because every time you procrastinate, you're teaching your brain the same lie. I can't handle this. And slowly, that lie becomes your identity. You stop saying, I procrastinate. You start saying, I am lazy. But you're not. You're wounded, and wounds can heal. So how do you heal procrastination? Not by forcing discipline, not by shaming yourself into action, not by screaming at yourself in the mirror. The cure for procrastination begins with compassion. The next time you catch yourself delaying, pause. Don't ask, why am I so lazy? Ask, what am I protecting myself from? Is it the fear of failing? The fear of not being enough? The fear of being judged? Listen to the answer. Because procrastination isn't the enemy, it's the messenger. When you understand the message, you can change the pattern. Take small steps. Reward effort, not just results. Show your brain that trying doesn't always end in humiliation. Build trust with yourself moment by moment until your mind learns a new truth. Effort is safe. And something shifts. The wall begins to crumble. The guard at the gate steps aside. You realize you were never lazy. You were simply scared. And now, fear doesn't control you anymore. Imagine your life if you stopped believing the lie. Imagine the projects you'd finish, the relationships you'd nurture, the dreams you'd finally pursue. Not because you forced yourself harder, but because you healed yourself deeper. You were not lazy, you were protecting yourself. But survival is not the same as living. It's time to step out of survival mode. It's time to live.